Oh yeah, you should check that out.
Holy crap.
Drive by this thing at night.
Yeah. In October, November.
Yeah, you guys want to go there on Halloween?
Yeah. But with the wind, it...
Looking good.
Sorry. Sorry, we got distracted. So we're out here today, driving around, looking at some public land, trying to mostly see kind of what crops are around, and hopefully run into some giant bucks. We wanted to go to our farm, but with how the wind was going, it just was not going to be good, and instead of just pushing it and getting deer nervous, we just opted to stay out. Today we actually went to the farm and got some work done, and I wanted to do a public service announcement to all you kids, or kids at heart like myself. Do not climb trees without, one, safety equipment, I guess, or two, just don't climb them in general. I had a crazy fun idea I like this tree, and I'm like, oh, we should put a tree stand up here. And so I climbed this tree, and naturally I could get up super easy and fine, but put myself in a predicament. I couldn't get down.
Screwed up the dismount a little bit.
Yeah, screwed up the dismount and took a spill. So is it a good spot to put a stand? Yes. Bad news is this thing, yeah, I tore myself up a little bit, so don't mind the shininess. I just got some Neosporin caked on there that I'm going to get all over my truck. So hopefully I get to keep this arm. Yeah, so tonight you're just going to see us mostly driving around and taking a look at an area. This is an area that I hunted pretty hard late season. Hunter's never actually been here before, so this is all new to him. So I'm just kind of giving him a rundown of areas. And this is kind of the area that, I don't know if I talked about it in a video late season, but there was a really good buck that it was actually getting pushed by somebody's dog. I didn't realize this until after the fact, but and
just like a stray dog.
Yeah, like a stray dog. Yeah, it was a stray dog and a coyote. So I don't know if it was a coyote or a stray dog that was running it, but this deer came running down, and he stopped behind a tree, and he was a really good buck. He was like 140, 150, and I had that camera on a tripod because I was self-filming, and I set it down and I tried to get it flung out to get some sort of footage, and it fell over, and the deer was behind a tree, and then by the time the camera fell over, couldn't shoot the deer. So fun, all in a day's work. But so there should be good deer around here.
You know, there's at least one.
Yeah, there's at least one if he survives, so should be pretty good.
Pretty good mix of habitat, right?
Yeah, so this area's got a lot of really good mix of habitat. There's hardwoods, there's bottom ground, there's literally everything, grassland. It's really cool, and I hope it gets overlooked. So yeah, should be good. And the thing is, it's like all cedars. So during that time when it was late season and it was cold, they were all piled in there.
I was hoping that would be in beans.
Beans, so was I. It was corn last year, I'm pretty sure too.
I didn't think they'd be able to plant corn here as wet as it was in its bottomland.
Wow.
Oh, there's a deer. Is he a big one?
Yeah.
He is real nice.
Hey, turn your head so I can see you, buddy. Is there any public land, like, right next?
Where we just came from, there's public.
Not too far, huh?
Not far.
Where are those beans? Turn your truck off. Oh, there you go. See you later, Dad.
He's pretty good.
First one of the night.
745, friends. He's not too far from public. He's a shooter for sure.
Whoop, there's a bunny.
Rabbit.
There's a bunny. Hey there,
Whoop.
guy. What are you doing?
Oh, you fast little bugger.
So you could hop like hay bale to hay bale stalking deer.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If they were out there. Oh, there's a doe right there.
Oh, and a fawn. Two fawns.
Start snapping them. Did you get him, Hunter?
Yep. Pretty good one.
He's a shooter.
You want this?
He's like at least 140.
Ooh.
What?
That always look good, real. Walking away.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's walking away.
Oh, he's still
Right on the edge of the corn. Yeah.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's walking. So he looks good. That spotting scope. Can you barely see him in that, Hunter?
They're a little bitty buck.
Are they?
2 spikes in a doe.
Oh, there's a couple of them. Hold your horses.
You got him?
Yeah, kind of. They're kind of behind. Oh, there's another one. That's alright, I got him.
You're supposed to answer that.
Why, yes, Trevor.
Are you guys... Do you guys ever shower, ever change? No. We wear the same stuff in the same place as the last video. You didn't like that. We won't put that in. Alright,
can
go
put that
ahead.
in.
Go ahead, Hunter.
Well, guys, that'll wrap up the video. We ended up seeing 2 really nice bucks that, I don't know if you could hear us talking in the background, but they definitely, this fall, will be living on the public lands that we were targeting. Both of those ones weren't actually on the public land. And then at the end, I guess there was one pretty nice one that was behind a leaf, unfortunately, so you couldn't see him very well, but you could kind of see his frame. He was a pretty big deer, definitely a 3 or a 4-year-old. Not my camera. Definitely a 3 or a 4-year-old, so pretty good buck. He was actually on the public land. And those first 2, they were real good, and they were on private land ag fields, but this fall will definitely be.
Once the crops are out, they're
Yeah.
going to be up in there. There's nowhere else for them to go. So.
Exactly. So definitely confirmed what we thought, and that there's good bucks out there. And it was kind of a slow night. We didn't see as many deer as I thought we would
But we
total,
could,
but we
yeah.
did see those good bucks.
But
So
the problem with that area, and with all areas when you're targeting deer by looking on the road, it's hard to actually get to the places where a lot of the deer feel comfortable right at last light, I guess you say. You know, a lot of these deer are going to be out feeding there, you know, during nighttime, but obviously right at that last light, they're going to be kind of more skittish. And we saw that there was a deer right before we filmed that one buck right next to the corn. There was 2 or 3 different deer with that buck. And as I pulled past and I'm like, oh, there's a buck, I saw another deer jumping into the corn. So it's
really?
easy to, and we saw that with the deer we saw driving down this weekend. The buck, we saw him, we turned around, went back, tried to see him. He saw the truck coming for the second time, and he's like, nope, I'm going to hide in a ditch, essentially. And he laid down in a ditch.
it was pretty cool because he was only like 15 yards from the truck.
Right.
And he just vanished.
And we
for
couldn't
like
find
2
him.
minutes.
And then finally we heard some rustling because he got way nervous. He thought something was happening, and then he finally ran out. So I've never seen that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see how bucks, and this will happen anywhere, honestly. This is actually a good point. If you're not, like, if you don't know a deer's there, or a deer doesn't think that you know he's there, a lot of times there's a lot of, and many other occasions, they're just gonna lay there and let you walk right past them.
Yeah.
Because you know
Happens
we
all
could have
the
driven
time.
right by that deer if we would have been a different time, and he could have been right there, but he was just hidden so well. So
Yeah, quick story from back in Missouri. I walked down a ridge in the late rifle season after Christmas one day, and this was before we filmed, I think, but walked down the ridge to peek over because you could see down into this bedding area. We had to stand down in there, and I had hunted somewhere else, but came over. I was to stand there and looked around and couldn't see a dang thing in this ravine for, I must have stood there for 10-15 minutes. I kid you not. As soon as I turned around, like I turned my back, like this deer must have been watching me, and I could hear him stand up, and then I turned around and there was this great big thing running over he was bedded on a point on the opposite side of the hill, maybe 175 yards from me, so within range of a rifle for sure, but he was just bedded there watching me. As soon as I turned my back to him, like it's like he knew I turned my back to him, he gets up and bounds over the point. Just
that's cool. I didn't realize that.
yeah,
Huh.
it was just like he didn't even have to try. He just
Right.
outsmarted me so well.
Wow.
Like,
Huh.
so that reminded me of that. But anyway, that's gonna conclude this video. Fun night out on the roads, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to see future content.
And find some deers.
Peace out.